Everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Four Jobbers. I'm, of course, Ginger Heat. I'm the orange one, and we are all four jobbers this week. It's going to be a tight 30. It's a 30-minute time limit for this match, and of course, we're going to kick it off with a question. Now, since Drew has become the champion, the first ever British champion for the second time, according to the BBC, I want you to tell me your favorite British or Irish wrestler. We're going to start it off with the Body from Kirkcaldy, Jordan Deves, all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland. Probably pretty pumped that your boy is champ. What do you think? What do you feel?
I am pumped. I am absolutely pumped. Hello, Brad. I love you. I'm very excited that Drew is champ. If you were asking me, of course, who my favorite British or Irish wrestler is, well, yeah, I mean, it has to be Drew McIntyre, of course. But there is a caveat to that because, unfortunately, Drew is a Rangers fan. Yes. And Rangers, man, like, come on. Anyone else? Actually, no, not anyone else, because I'm also not a Celtic fan. This is the problem. I hate Scottish football because it's pish.
It's great. It's violent. It's entertaining. I've been to a couple matches. It was great.
No. Scottish football isn't violent. All the fans are violent.
Oh, yeah.
The actual football isn't at all.
It was pretty rough. It was pretty rough on the pitch.
But yeah, to answer your question, Drew has to be there. And with a little side note of Grado.
Hey.
We love a bit of Grado. But anyway, yeah, I'll go Drew.
Awesome choice. They like Jason. They love Jason. Editor extraordinaire. Alex Wright's best friend, Jason. Who is your favorite British wrestler? And are you happy about Drew?
Yeah, I'm very happy about Drew. I think you can tell the world is happy about Drew. It was the perfect time. Everyone was getting sick of Cody Rhodes. But not because he's not good. Like we all say, it's just because he's not in the right spot right now. So very happy. Everything feels like it's aligned now, and hopefully they don't screw it up.
And wrestler? Favorite
it's
British,
tough to
Irish
say my
wrestler?
favorite. I know who my least favorite of all time is. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want him to appear. That's for damn sure. But also, William Regal would be my second to least favorite because of how he disrespected Goldberg in WCW. But my favorite, honestly, I know this is weak because Jordan just said it, but I really think it is Drew McIntyre.
That's fair.
Which is funny. You know, he was just a stan, a mark for him because of where he was from. And during the COVID era, he wasn't very good. But, you know, he was doing his best. His matches were good.
He was likable. We liked him. He just didn't have a
likable, but he wasn't
with.
special. He's special now. He's very, very special. He's once in a lifetime talent now. He's the top of the top. He can like carry the whole company, I feel, and that's not where he was, even though he had the title, in my opinion. The work he's doing now is the best work he's ever done in his life, and he's been doing it on and off for years now. So I think he's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So he's got to be one of my favorite UK wrestlers of all time.
Wow.
And we have a return. The Waxy, the Venomous, the son of the dentist is back and better than ever. What about you? Are you happy about Drew? And who is your favorite British or Irish wrestler of all time?
Definitely happy about Drew. Cody, the story is finished, my friend. It's time for you to change it up and come back and do something a little bit more refreshed. I don't need you to be the champion by default. Drew has been ready for this. He gets that big championship run in front of fans. No more COVID hauntedness, no more pandemic, no more empty seats. And he has to carry that torch. He's never been like more white hot than he is right now. It's the perfect time to put the title on him. And I can't wait to see who's going to challenge him at Saturday night's main event in Montreal in a couple weeks. As for my favorite British wrestler of all time, I will give two little shout outs. One is my boy Pete Dunne, who's operating as El Bravo, one of Ludwig's friends, Bravo Americano, something like that.
Bone Smash.
And
one of the Americanos.
One is capturing the hearts of wrestling fans everywhere. Kit Wilson.
I knew you were going to say Kit Wilson.
Fantastic. He's not my favorite. I do have to throw it to Wade Barrett. I was a big believer in the Nexus back when they were coming out. It's still one of my all-time what ifs is what if John Cena's ego hadn't gotten in the way and Wade and the Nexus had actually won that Survivor Series match. It halted all of their momentum, but Wade's been great on the mic since. I love him on commentary. I think his contributions to the company go far beyond his in-ring work. I got to give it to him. Wade, a.k.a. Bad News Barrett.
Great choice. Love that. Of course, for me, I'm going to go with, when I was young, it was the British Bulldog. Loved the Bulldog. Loved the fact that he was British because I thought, oh, my family's British. I have to love everything from Britain. But then I actually started to love him. And he was friends with Brett. So that's a huge boost. And they had some banger matches. Eventually, they became friends on the show. And then they were family. Yes, of course, they were family. After that, it became Paige. Big fan of Paige. But in the middle there, Fit Finlay. Got to give a shout out to my boy, Fit. Got to give a shout out to Ireland. He likes to fight, doesn't he? Yes,
he loves to fight.
He might have mentioned that once or twice.
So let's dive into the content for this week. We're just going to talk about a few things this week, guys. We're going to jump into it. Let's start off with Jordan. What did you want to talk about this week? Give it to us.
Well, it has been a few weeks since we've graced the ears of our audience, so I thought it would be good to have a little bit of a roundup of some of our favourite topics from the last month or so. I'll give you mine first. One of the best things that's happened in the world of professional wrestling in the last month or so, from my opinion and everyone's opinion, the returning king, MJF, is finally the AEW champion once again. And it marks a new era in AEW. Not just because I've decided I'm going to start watching it again, but because it just feels like we're there again. It feels like it was a couple of years ago when everybody was hyped about AEW and everyone hated WWE. I don't want everyone to hate WWE, but I'm enjoying the fact that some people are moving into some of the AEW content again. It feels like we're there, and it's only been 2 years since we were there, but it feels like years ago because there's been so much AEW hate. But the return of MJF was very, very special. Very, very special. It just worked. It was at the right time. The build towards it was perfect. I don't know if you guys watched the entire match, the Fatal 4-Way or whatever they call it. I think they call it just a 4-way match. It was beautiful, and it worked so well, and it was classic MJF. We're not getting MJF being a face with Adam Cole. We're not getting MJF with the Hurt organization or whatever the hell they're called. We're getting full-on Burberry scarf wearing MJF, who's a total dick. And I love it. We're going to see what happens with this title run. I hope it extends a little bit into the year, because I feel like we just need somebody to kind of steady the ship. Just hold on to the creative and just be like, right, I've got this. Let me take the reins a little bit. I'll stay, start the year off as we mean to go on. Let's just, keep the pace nice. If they go all fucking guns blazing and it goes title this way, then over there, and then a bit over there, and then he drops it and he gets it again, then that title, and then that, it's going to be chaos. We just need to let MJF cook for a bit, and it's going to be beautiful to watch. By comparison, we've already talked about Drew, change in course for WWE with him getting the title early on. I don't know how that looks. That could be a very, very different thing, but I'm going to be comparing the two runs, probably side by side for the first couple of months. Obviously, most of Drew's run is going to be a build-up to Mania, but two guys, two rival shows, both win their championships back at the start of the year. You can't help but compare them, and I'm going to be excited to see what happens with the two of them.
Jason, obviously you're a big fan of MJF. How does his return affect you?
I think it gets me more interested in general in AEW. I think he is the biggest star they have by far, and he could be the biggest star in any promotion. That's why he's their biggest star, in my opinion. I don't know about his first opponent. I guess they're trying to really ease him in slowly. No disrespect to Bandito, because I have no idea who he is. I don't know who he is. I'm very ignorant to him. I don't know if he is. What do you guys know? Is he considered a main event level star?
He's
up and comer.
Up and comer.
Up and comer is what
I've
been
done quite a lot in AEW, from tag titles and Ring of Honor title and trios champ, I think, as well.
So is he mid card,
upper mid.
upper mid, so he's
Upper
getting
mid.
like that younger upper mid up and comer match.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good time when there are other stories going on. It's like, hey, we're going to give something to, like, a proving ground for the new champ as such.
Yeah. Okay. Because they're working towards Kenny anyways, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, probably not the most exciting first opponent, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Just excited to have
He had a
MJF
funny
Derek
back.
back and
Cook.
forth. He
It's
could
mainly
work. He could
watch.
work with anything.
Yeah.
He could have a match with a broomstick, a promo battle with a broomstick. Easy.
It's making me watch AEW, so what can you say there? I mean, part of that is also WWE's weird booking and storytelling lately has offered me a chance to go back to AEW and see what they're doing, and it's a little bit more professional wrestling than it is
An
sports
advertisement.
entertainment. It's not even sports entertainment anymore. It's just fucking ads.
A long commercial.
So it's been a nice reprieve, relief. Wax, does it give you any urge to watch AEW? Is it still like, I'm going to wait to see what happens?
It's certainly going to make me pay more attention to it. Obviously, the one thing with AEW is it's a bit harder to watch live. It doesn't have the big streaming giant backing it at this point. But it's hard to not agree with putting the belt back on MJF, capitalizing off a huge return. A guy who is consistently able to feel big time. He's still super young. If you asked me this a couple of years ago, I would have said this guy was on his way out to WWE because he feels WWE. He feels sports entertainment. But he's shown, I got to give him his flowers, he's shown he could be professional wrestling too. And like you said, Brad, that's kind of what AEW's slotting in as. So I'm definitely going to pay attention. I do know a bit about Bandito. I from what I've seen, really interesting. He strikes me as that guy who exactly is going to get that upper mid card bump and see if he can hang. And I enjoyed the pay-per-view that we watched last month. The name is escaping me.
Yeah, their pay-per-view names, they got to do
World's
better.
End, I
It's
think, right?
It's World's
World's
End. I
End.
think you're right,
It's a
but
stupid
that's a
name.
whole other subject.
All their pay-per-views suck. Like all their
So,
names suck. I'm sorry.
I don't
Yeah, I
know
never
if
know
I'm at
which
the
one's
point.
which.
I don't know if I'm at the point of watching on a weekly basis yet, just because of difficulty of access. But at least the pay-per-views, I'm going to try and find a way to tune in when I can.
I tune into their YouTube, so I watch MJF clips at least.
Their clips, to be fair, are pretty good. So
Yeah.
Their weekly program is on regular TV, so I'm lucky to have cable TV included in my building here. And so I do have AEW, so I have been watching their weekly show, but it is always, it's a long show just like everything else. And there's a lot of stuff on there that I'm not into yet. So there's a lot of, but the same things happens with WWE. I know them more in WWE, and I'm still not into them. WWE. And we've said AEW a lot on this episode already, and that
We
was our
never
word of the
watched it.
year.
that was a word of the year for last year. Yeah.
We talked more about how we didn't watch it enough last year, I guess.
Well, things are changing.
If
Things are
MJF is around, then it gets talked about a lot, right? And he is
100%.
on right now.
2025 was allegedly the year of AEW for us, but maybe it'll be 2026 actually.
Yeah.
We'll
For
see.
sure.
It's a good start for them. I'll give them credit.
So for
Good job,
my
Tony.
topic this week, I really wanted to talk about Finn Balor. Finn Balor has a big
Bálor.
Finn Balor. He has a big match coming up. What are the percentage chances that he wins that match? Zero. Zeros
One.
across the board. So there's no chance that he wins this match, but part of me wishes that he would. And I know that you can't go ahead and have him win after what just happened and everything else, but I want to give a shout out to Finn because he not only deserves it for his character work, for his wrestling ability, for the fact that he was champion, it was unceremoniously taken away from him, but he created yet another legendary faction. Now, I don't care if you don't like the Judgment Day. It is a legendary faction. It has gone on for so long, and it has helped boost some stars into the stratosphere. Damian Priest, the Archer of Boredom, had a huge resurgence thanks to them. Now, it may have gone wishy-washy after that.
Well, he left. So
He left, and he's out of the stratosphere. Now look what happened. Right now he's starting to go downhill. He's not involved with them anymore. He's starting to go down.
Picking
But
up that quiver.
Still have hope for him. He's picking up the quiver again. He started to do the arrow again. He's picked up the quiver again. Look at what it's done to Dominic Mysterio. Dominic Mysterio elevated so much from the Judgment Day. Now, is that just because he's part of that group? Well, the thing about the Judgment Day is there is always story. You don't have to like it. You don't have to like them. but there's always story in and around the characters. We keep thinking, it's time for them to break up. They should break up. They should do this. They should do that. But because of the relationships going on, Finn and his buddy with the big forehead have been doing great together, but there's also been some new additions. We had Liv go away due to unforeseen circumstances, but that had a chance to bring some new life in with Roxanne. And then all of a sudden we got teasing with Dom and Roxanne. We weren't going to sure what's going to happen there, but now all of a sudden it seems like she's working really well with the Judgment Day, and now her and Liv are becoming a legit tag team. So that's really interesting, elevating them. Big Mommy Cool. Big Mommy Cool is cool again. She came up to the main roster and it was like, what the hell are they doing with her? Now it's taken a minute. But her work with Roxanne, her work with Liv, her banter with Finn, all of it has helped elevate her so much. She's part of this heel faction that's given her a heel edge, and she is primed and ready to be the champion. We talked about it a little bit last week. She is ready. She is deserving. She is going to win the title, and the Judgment Day is going to get the gold back. Liv and Roxanne have a great chance to be champions. Big Mommy Cool, big chance to be champion. And I have no problem with Finn going out there and winning a world championship and bringing it back. But this whole time we're wondering, are they going to break up? Is something going to happen? Because JD's going to come back. Things are going to get messy. We don't know. But there's always story in and around the Judgment Day, and that is why they are so damn good.
I think the Judgment Day is a pretty good indictment of long-term storytelling, because what's made them interesting and what's made them interesting for so long is that the same characters are interacting every week. It's not 3 weeks and then they go off and do something else. It's not this and that. It's not like a champion who has to defend against a new opponent every 4 weeks and they can't build that momentum and that intrigue. You have the same group of characters interacting over and over again. Of course, the relationship dynamics are going to evolve and change, and they get better, get worse. And I was on board at first being like, okay, time to break them up, but maybe it isn't, because what they are doing is interesting. If they broke up, Raquel wouldn't have resurged as she has, because she needed the Judgment Day to kind of play off of and be a foil with them. Same with Roxanne. Maybe she would have gone the way of so many other NXT call-ups where they just don't get that traction on the main roster because they're not being utilized the same way they were on NXT.
Guaranteed promo time with other characters and top-level talent.
It's been a net positive. And what's especially important is none of the original members are still there. No, and it's still going on. Dom is the longest reigning member, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
I think Finn. Finn
started it, right?
Before.
I think the interesting thing about it is that the Judgment Day storyline involves nobody else but the Judgment Day. If you think about most tag teams or factions, it's always about who they feud with. But the Judgment Day storyline has been about how they interact, about how the members of the Judgment Day, team up or don't team up or have spats with or protect each other. Like, it's all about them, and that's why they've survived so far, because you don't need to end that story. You're talking about building a feud that lasts 4 weeks and then it's done. Well, that doesn't happen with the Judgment Day, because they're constantly, engaging with each other, whether it be in backstage promos, whether it be running out to the ring and having a thing. Somebody returns, somebody gets injured. Like, all of these little aspects are making that, and it's good to watch. I wanted them to break up because I wanted something to happen, but actually, now that we're beyond that point, I'm like, if they break up, I don't have Judgment Day.
And we wanted them to break up because that's where they were sort of leaning. There was that tension. We wanted a payoff because we're interested in it. We're watching it every week. They get multiple promo times per week, per show. Yeah. And those little dynamics were like, we want to see something happen. We want to see it boil over. We want to see the payoff. And that's great TV.
You have a great tag team. You have a women's champ in the making. You have a women's tag team. You have a mid-carder. You have literally every part of the main roster on Raw covered with the Judgment Day. And that's why they're in every single segment, because they
world
cover
champion
the entire
caliber.
card.
Like, all three women are world champion
100%,
caliber. All
100%.
three of them. Liv, Roxanne eventually, and Big Mommy right now, right? Finn, world champion caliber, easy. Dom, world champion caliber. Yeah. Now, later, I don't know, eventually, maybe.
Back to your original point, it might be world champion caliber, but just not next week. Just not next week.
Come on, Finn, give it to Finn. Give him
the only
chance.
thing I will say about next week, and I think this is why he's going to lose, The boy's from the Republic of Ireland. He can't be calling out Belfast as his home. That's not okay. That's a dangerous play.
I'll get you in trouble.
Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know if that's just poor writing or what. But I mean, even if he does feel that way, and he's, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It irks me. It irks me a little bit.
Are they gonna boo him?
I honestly, I think it'll be a very interesting atmosphere in Belfast.
Really? You
for
don't think
both
they'll
him
just
and
cheer
Becky
him?
next week?
What color is he going to come out wearing? What if he comes out?
Well, that's it. That's exactly.
He's got to wear neutral colors for sure.
If he comes out with like a Northern Ireland flag, he's going to get murdered.
Comes out with an Ireland flag, it might not go over well.
Might come
I don't
out
know.
with a
Where
UK
was he
flag, in
born?
which case he's definitely getting killed.
Where was he born?
South of Dublin, like
Oh, okay.
Bray
yeah.
County, Wicklow.
Yeah, telling you, dangerous. Anyway,
Yeah.
Wax.
Anything on that? Oh yeah.
Me.
Any closing on that one, Jay? Or you're good on that one? You didn't pick up too much on it.
Yeah, I
fine.
think you guys said enough about the Judgment Day. Like in general, maybe their staying power is the fact that they are like never always together, like in the ring or fighting people. It's always like, what are you doing? I'll do it. See you later. I'm gonna go off and do my little thing. You do your thing. I'm gonna talk to Pierce like every week. So it's not horrible and it's not great. It's just there. It's like a constant, you know. So
It's all about the little stories in between, yeah. Because like we said, that the reason why a lot of people, including on this podcast, wanted them to break up is because it was the same thing a lot of the time. It's
always I'm going to talk
blah,
to
blah,
Pierce.
blah, I'm gonna talk to
or
Pierce,
You're
get
going to
a
get
match.
the title today. And honestly, like the only thing I'll say is it feels like they haven't been together that long. With their chemistry is kind of off to me when they're talking in the background. It sounds so unnatural and weird, but individually they're good. And then they come back and just share their story and go off.
like
So.
this week was a good example of where it was good. Was Liv giving that little speech to Finn? I thought that was done well. I thought that was delivered well. I thought he took it
I'd
well.
agree.
I thought he reacted well to it. Like it was a real moment where she's like, "Stop playing fucking video games. Get out there and win the championship. What are you doing?" It was like you forgot about the Judgment Day, and he's kind
Oh,
of
there's a funny meme about that. Like anytime a man is happy, like the woman walks in and like,
for
ends
sure.
the
You know that's
happy-
gonna come out. That's definitely like on purpose a little bit.
I'll
you
let
know, that
Liv
it's-
ruin my happiness. It's okay.
Exactly right. Liv tells you to go win the title. Go win the fucking title. Get it.
imagine he does. Oh my days! But
I wish. One can hope.
anyway,
Waxy the Venomous, the son
Hello.
of the dentist.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
You want
of
to talk about
course.
tits, or was that Jason?
That was Jason.
Okay.
But I can call an audible if we want. You know? No, what I wanted to talk about is someone who obviously had one of the biggest news stories of the year last year, just at the very end. And y'all know I've been a Gunther guy before it was cool to be a Gunther guy. I've been following him since NXT,
Walter.
NXT UK. Like I've been telling you guys for years, this guy's going to be a big deal when he comes up. But for the first time in a little while, I'm getting a little concerned for him because the last couple weeks, it's starting to get a little samey. He comes out, cuts the same promo. I made John Cena tap out like a little bitch. He does his very fake laugh that he needs to stop immediately.
It was good week
It's
one.
too much.
The
It was
first week
good
after
week
he had
one.
done it. And now
It needs to grow now. It needs to go somewhere. And I thought the feud with AJ would be really interesting. And they finally faced off on Monday. Quick show of thumbs. How did you feel about that ending? I didn't like the ending one bit. I think it makes both of them look like absolute dorks. I learned a new wrestling term, I will say, the Brazilian tap. I don't know if it's wrestling. I don't know if it's just MMA in general, but it's a tap that I guess the ref doesn't see, or it's on the person's body rather than on the mat.
Never heard of that before.
Me neither, but the IWC was yelling it on Reddit, so that's what I assume it is. So what happens, of course, is they have a great match. The match itself was very good. They'd never faced off before, so I was excited, and I feel like up until that last bit, I got what I wanted out of it.
for a
And
SmackDown, that's a great match.
for a SmackDown in Dusseldorf, you know, Gunther is not German, he's Austrian, but it's close enough that I'm sure he gets a little bit of a hometown bump. The tap. Why is AJ, a 30-year veteran, breaking a hold if the referee is not calling for the bell? Why is Gunther, who had been the one who says, John Cena tapped out, I made him tap out, I beat him clean, I'm now like the best wrestler alive, why is he tapping out in the first place? It makes both of them look stupid. It makes AJ look like an idiot for not knowing how wrestling works and then yelling at the ref over and over again when the bell hasn't been, been called for. And it makes Gunther look weak. Why is he making John Cena tap out and then fall into AJ? Don't get me wrong. AJ is a better wrestler than John Cena. But John Cena has been built as the GOAT. AJ has not. I think the argument can be made, but he's not been built that way. And so Gunther's a coward. AJ's an idiot. I would like to see them run this back, whether it's at the Rumble, whether it's at Mania, and I would like to see a match end clean. But one thing for sure, Gunther needs to add something new to his promos. I don't know what yet, but make it about AJ. AJ's who you're feuding with. Stop giggling after every line. It's fake. It's almost as bad as Sasha Banks' laugh. It's almost that bad for me. It's like it grates on my eardrums. I'm sorry, Gunther. I'm sorry. I love you otherwise, but you can't do it if it's not real.
This has got to change after this week, right? I mean, he just almost tapped again. And I don't know why they have to have this obsession with giving Gunther a weakness. Like, he needs to be the tap guy, and they want people to chant, "You tapped out at him" over and over. Like,
that's what they did it for. They did it for the chant. That's going to last a week, 2 weeks.
It's so weird. Why is he tap out all the time?
It's how they book. It's how they book heels. WWE is incapable of booking monster heels who don't cheat, who don't run away, who don't act like cowards, no matter how much they're billed as the exact opposite. And it's frustrating. And Gunther was the perfect opportunity, in my opinion, to build that type of heel and have AJ beat him clean. If you are going to have AJ beat him, he can do it clean. He's good enough. So it doesn't make any sense to me. The booking decision was awful. If you're going to have AJ win, have him do it. 1, 2, 3, and leave it at that. If this was going to be the outcome, then have them fight at a bigger event also. Not on a random Raw. Didn't make sense to me. So I'm not ready to throw the towel in on this, but I'm a little concerned that it's going to start getting very stale, and the crowd is just looking for a reason to hate Gunther because a lot of them are still bitter about what happened. A lot of them are. What do you guys think? Am I off base? Am I overreacting? Am I reacting too prematurely?
I'm with you 100%.
There's like a little bit of overreaction, I guess.
Probably.
But I think it's warranted because there was so much discourse about whether the ending of John Cena's match was correct, and the people that thought it was, their biggest defense was all the heat that Gunther was getting and the energy transferring over to him, and hopefully he can carry it and distribute it throughout matches and promos and whatnot. And I would argue, it's a little premature to say, but this is my feeling, is that they've squandered it already.
Close to it now, yeah.
Because of the way
They're
I view it. And
they're at risk.
Like, I might be wrong. Like, they can turn it on at any second, I guess, but I didn't expect Gunther to act this way. His first promo was perfect. You didn't give too much. The second promo, you're still not giving too much. You're doing nothing. Like,
First
you're
promo
laughing.
comes out, does the thing, goes out, comes back in, does the thing,
fine.
and then
you
the
kick him
last
out
thing
of the
he does
arena,
is give one of those to AJ Styles,
That was
laugh, and leave.
great. And
that
now
was excellent.
And then,
That was a
but
moment.
then
Just do that all the time.
Gunther
over and over
wouldn't
again.
make a shirt. He made a shirt about like John Cena, and he's hawking a shirt. Gunther doesn't do that. Like, this is some weird new version, like where he's lethal but also a coward at the same time. Like, I don't like it. I thought he was just going to be a machine and he was going to destroy people and laugh at them after he kills them, not after he just does nothing. You know, I just thought he was going to go on a rampage and he would be like a super mega heel that just like doesn't tap out. Like, why is he tapping out? What the hell is that?
I do you know what? I don't have a problem. Everyone has a Achilles heel, you know. Everyone has their weakness. I totally understand that. And if it turns out that Gunther's is, you know, leg
Losing?
submissions,
any submission of any
Whatever.
kind.
Tapping
will
out
beat him.
is that's a pretty bad
I
one.
understand, and that's the focus. Oh, he tapped out once, so I'm going to try and make him tap again because that's most likely what he's going to lose with. Fine, that's okay. My biggest problem is exactly what White says. You look how he was built in the banter tournament. What was it called? The time is
Last time is now.
the last
he was
time
dominant.
is
Yeah.
unbelievable.
made such good matches.
Unbelievable. Every single match was incredible. His performance, unparalleled. And then the first match he has after that is with, well, no, I don't know if it was the first match, but oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Exactly.
forget that. The match with AJ is the point, right? He can't beat AJ Styles, who is arguably not as good as John Cena.
In kayfabe.
Kayfabe, definitely not.
Yeah,
Not
as good as John Cena.
It took a million finishers to beat John Cena. Crowd was behind him. All of that stuff. Like, come on.
And then
Super Cena.
in that match, it results to knocking over the ref, a low blow, and then tapping out but not getting caught. And then, that doesn't make sense to me. How can you go from, that's two different characters.
Almost
getting
getting beaten,
one to the other.
low blow, all of that makes sense, though. The low blow, distraction, because you're almost beat, and you're like, I'm not going to lose right now.
But it doesn't make sense for Gunther, though. It doesn't make sense for Gunther.
The low blow and beats him, I thought, I'm fine with
a low blow, you could get away with more. The tapping is crazy.
Have you ever seen Gunther do that?
Yeah, I think he did it.
He's probably done it.
He did it recently.
But in this version
not
of
in
Gunther,
not in this version.
You can't go from beating John Cena to, I can't beat AJ, I better kick him in the willy. Come on.
At least show him a globe and have him get confused, Like, anyway.
Again, I don't have a problem with that personally. I can see, I've read lots, seen lots, and I completely understand not liking it. I personally don't have a problem with the low blow, sneaky rat win. But
you gave a thumbs up to the ending.
I honestly didn't have that big of a problem with it as much as some other people.
I'd rather they had like a talking fight or something than a stupid match with a stupid ending. I don't know.
Yeah. What about the idea that Gunther's shtick is starting to get a little? It needs to evolve, basically. That I think we can all agree on. He needs to go somewhere.
I don't need to
hear
character work is number one, and just doing the same thing over and over again, copy paste like a theater student is not my idea of it. It's not reacting off of what's happening in front of you. It's knowing what you're going to do before you deliver it, before you say it, and I hate that shit.
Whether it's tapped out like a little bitch or what is it? 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. It's still just a catchphrase, and Gunther is better than a catchphrase. So.
Yes.
He can keep that part in, but he's got to build more around it.
He's got to do something else.
It had so much impact, right? It had impact when he first came out and said it, had impact when he looked at the crowd and said it.
It gets weaker every single time, though.
He has to make other people tap out like a little bitch, and then he can keep saying it.
Yeah.
That's it. You can't
but now he's the one tapping out like a bitch. So
yep.
it's like
I was excited to look at shirts after he won, and I was like, what kind of Gunther merch are they going to have that he just won? And I saw it, and I was not interested in purchasing it whatsoever. And now there's no way I would wear that shirt after he comes out and hawks it like that, and he keeps saying it, and you're driving it into the fucking ground.
It's so weird.
Who are you marketing that shirt to? Get out of here.
Yeah, a Gunther shirt that says taps out like a little bitch, but Gunther just tapped out.
It would have been so much.
That doesn't make any sense.
Zoom in on John Cena's face where he's smiling and he's about to die, and it just says "bitch." Give me that or something like I don't know. Give me something else.
Bitch.
Give me something else. But speaking of overused phrases involving bitch, Jason, there's someone that you wanted to talk about tonight, who when they first had that phrase, "I'm that bitch."
Could have just said, "Speaking of bitches,"
Whoa.
because she says she's that bitch, self-admitted.
Speaking of that bitch, Jason.
Yeah, speaking of just speaking and not doing, I guess we could talk about Jade Cargill a little bit, just because she doesn't really do anything, and it's obviously not her fault. I'm sure she would like to do more. I know she could do more. Maybe things were derailed because she was supposed to have like this WrestleMania feud with Michin or something. I don't know. I don't think that was the plan. So I don't know what the plan is for her. It's pretty simple. Like AEW did it pretty textbook. She just wins like Goldberg because she looks like Goldberg, and it's pretty simple. Like,
yeah, it wasn't that hard.
And WWE just has her getting hurt by kendo sticks in the back and saying "I'm that bitch" over and over again, and it's getting really played out. I forgot she was the women's world champion.
Bitch, yeah.
She's the number 1 belt, or I know there's 2, but that's really the number 1 belt. And she doesn't get any time. She doesn't get any growth, like Brad said, character-wise, or any advancement whatsoever. So I don't know how you guys feel about her, what you want to see her do next, or who she's going to fight. I guess Tiffany Stratton. She's supposed to come back soon. I don't necessarily want to see them go at it again. So
not yet, but that's something I really want to see. Tiffany owes her some receipts.
But she's been doing nothing since, so she came back. It's like nothing happened.
She won that title and did nothing. There was the whole Michin and
that just made her look
stuff.
bad. What?
But like,
Those
That should have
weird
been
sound effects.
That should have been
Yeah.
2 weeks. That should have been
1 week. Come out, beat the shit out of Michin and
week they
BFAB.
come in
1
and
week.
say, "Oi, shut your mouth, you. I'll see you next week. Next week, fight done. Next week, someone else goes, I didn't like the way you respected her. Boom, kills her as well. Next week, I still didn't like that. Someone else, and then kills her as well. This should just be week after week after week, her killing people. I do enjoy the fact that Jordan Grace is getting pushed into this scene.
Yeah,
I think Jordan
yes.
Grace is an amazing competitor for someone like Jade Cargill. But that shouldn't be now. I feel like Jordan Grace is almost like an end game. Like she's like a boss. Yeah, I don't want her facing up now because I feel like Jordan could be someone that actually takes that title. It's a genuine competitor. This early feels like it's definitely not going to happen. So
There
it
was
should
that,
have, it should be a BFAB week 1. It should be Michin week 2. It should be Chelsea week 3. Then give me, I don't know, who's above Chelsea.
Where's the division? Where's the top level talent in the division? Throw some rookies, throw some NXT talent,
Give me
feed them
anything.
to her, something just to showcase a good match, a strong match, squash match. You're right, 100%. I love that. I love the fact that it should have been deal with them quick, get them gone,
Get
and
them
move
gone.
on. Not
Next.
a
Kill 'em.
giant weeks-long package with Michin and BFAB. Like, that's not what she's supposed to do. Where is the top-level talent in the women's division? The company is so blessed to have so much talent, and this is what was happening. I'm no offense to BFAB and Michin, but they were not put in the right spot.
No, set up to fail. It's a shame that Jade's a heel right now. Well, it's not a shame because I think she works well as a heel, but her title would be the one that's ideal for an open challenge, not the US one.
That would be good. That would be good.
Is exactly that. Half people come from NXT. Half people, I don't know. I think they're not doing stuff with TNA anymore, but it would have been great to have people come from TNA, come from wherever. If you feel good enough, and even like it doesn't even have to be at a certain point. Like she can start with, okay, try and beat me. This is too easy. Try and last more than 5 minutes in the ring with me, even if you still lose. Get like super cocky, crush people, and then have somebody come in and say, okay, enough of this. You're beating losers. You're beating nobodies. I will. Bianca, have her come back. That's who you bring back when she's back from injury. Whether it's WrestleMania, whether it's SummerSlam, depending on her timeline. But Jade needs to do less talking and get in the ring.
Yeah,
I agree.
100%.
Because if the issue is, well, she's green. She's not great in the ring. We want to protect her. The only way she gets better, look at Maxine Dupree. The only way you get better is if you put time in the ring. At a certain point, she's got to get in the ring.
People like her promos too, and I think that's something that maybe she has. Did you see that meme of Jordan Grace this week? Chris Van Vliet posted, "Guess who I interviewed today?" Shows Jordan's back.
Yeah, she's a genetic freak.
And this is like Clay Matthews. Jordan may not get that one, but that was gold. Clay Matthews, NFL player, super jacked.
Known for long blonde hair.
Long blonde hair as well. So it looks like, you could be an NFL linebacker. That's how fucking jacked she is. It's amazing. I thought that was gold.
It's quite a fun height difference too, because Jordan's 5'0", basically.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I do think Jordan Grace is a good opponent for Jade. I'm interested in that match. I am skeptical.
You want to see it now,
build.
or do you want to see it later? Like
I want to
Jordan
see it
hasn't had a lot of
later.
Build. Yeah, I want to see it later.
I want to see two people dominating. Again, think of it like Eastern and Western Conference champions. They're fighting other people, beating other people before finally meeting up.
100%.
Yeah.
I want to see
100%.
Jade whip some ass. I don't want to just see her say she's a bitch all day.
And they get whipped by a kendo
Absolutely.
stick over and over again. Nah.
Well, there you have it.
Well, there you have it. Was there anything else you guys wanted to mention on the Four Jobbers show this week? Or we'll say goodbye. Yes, we will say goodbye. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. Check us out at the Four Jobbers everywhere. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We need that. We need that if you want to keep seeing content. Go ahead, like, subscribe, all of that. Check out our Alex Wright video and many others at the Four Jobbers everywhere.
Shout out Das Wonderkin.
Let's go. Huge,
Nice.
huge love. Can't believe that. Dream come true.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
Axe has got it. Jason, you
Oh.
promised us a dance at some point. I don't know if we're
I
going to
didn't
get
get
it.
5,000 likes. We were close. We got like 100, but
Maybe we'll lower the bar or
We'll
we'll boost
get
the
it.
post. I
We'll
don't know.
get
We'll have to
it.
do something.
we
but
are the bar.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We'll see you next freaking week. Peace.
bumholes.